Hello students, how are you all? Hope must be fine at home. Dear students, this is our unit 2, block 3, cultivating crops. It is part 1. As we will discuss 4 parts in this block. This is our part 1, and in this part we will discuss about the sequence, the various stages in the cultivation of crops. So, dear, we all know about the plants. As if we grow same kind of plants at a large scale, then it is known as crop. So, first we talk about the plants. Plants are producers, they produce the food. So, green plants make their food by their own, so they are called autotrophs. And in the presence of sunlight, carbon dioxide, and nutrients, this plant is preparing food. This food preparation process is known as photosynthesis. Next term is heterotrophs. We are consumers. We consume producers or producer products. Like this goat is consuming this plant. So this is heterotroph. And we are also dependent on the plant. We consume plants. So we are heterotrophs. And heterotrophs ingest organic molecules and autotrophs synthesize own organic molecules. So dear students, as we know about the crops, when plants of same kind are grown and cultivated at one place on a large scale, it is called a crop. For example, cereal, pulses, fruits and vegetables. These all are type of crops. Over here in this picture you can see this is rice crop, corn crop, soya bean crop, sugarcane, groundnut and cotton crop is here. There are many plants in the same area on a large scale. So as we know that we get food for from the plants. So dear, from where do we get food? This is the very important question for us. We get food or plants. Okay, and what are the main sources of the food and how they grow? What are the processes the farmers practices during the growing crops? So we will discuss about them. The first process of growing crop is the preparation of the soil or plowing or tilling. This is the first process and it is very important process beta. Step First and very important step before growing a crop. It helps to turn and loosen the soil to allow the root to penetrate deep into the soil. It is very useful for the action of microbes and earthworms, which enrich the soil with humus and other essential nutrients. As you know about the soil, it is prepared before the sowing process. It is prepared before the when we plant seed inside the soil. So seed can get all the favorable condition and can get air easily from the pores present in the soil. And the second one is microbes. This term is also important. Microbes and earthworms. As you know that microbes are very important to decompose the soil, decompose the organic material. So they convert organic material from complex to simpler form. And earthworm, they also help to form humus in the soil. They add humus in the soil. Humus makes soil fertile. Okay? And this is the first and very important process. After this process, we saw these seeds in the soil. And this process, preparation of soil, can be done with the help of bulls. As conventionally it was done with the help of bulls, and nowadays it is also using by the bulls, with the help of bulls. And this second one you can see here, this is cultivator. This is done with the help of tractor. So if preparation of soil is doing on a large scale, on a large area, then it will be done with the help of a machine, and that is cultivator or tractor, or any with the help of animal. This is the sowing process. In this process we can see that seeds are scattered in the soil and they are very capped at a proper distance and at a proper depth in the soil. So it can also be done with the help of manually, or we can do it, or also it can be done with the help of machines like seed drills. Some seeds can be spread in the soil with the help of these drills. These drills penetrate the soil and put the soil at the proper depth. So it is very important to drill the soil before sowing the seeds, so any seed can get its proper depth, proper place to germinate. Next and third process is manuring. This is also very important process because all the processes are important. We cannot skip any of them. Otherwise, our plant will not get proper nutrition or proper appropriate conditions. So it will be not good for them. So we should mention all the stages of the cultivation. Here, manuring is the process of addition of natural or chemical sources of nutrients for the crops. Natural sources include dead waste of plants, human and animals excreta and other waste. These on decomposition give organic product called organic manure or simply manure. And if we talk about the organic fertilizer, this is manure and compost. But if we talk about inorganic fertilizer is basically, it is basically a chemical only. So they are rich in nutrients, but they do not provide all the nutrients to plant. But they can provide all the nutrients to the plant as they are organic and they are made of organic material like peels of the fruits, vegetables and animal excreta also. Over here you can see that this is the organic fertilizer and this is inorganic fertilizer. Organic fertilizer is compost and manure made of organic material like vegetable peels and animal excreta, but inorganic fertilizer are made in factories by chemical, so they can harm our soil also, but they cannot harm our soil because they are made of only organic material. So fourth and very important process is irrigation. Irrigation means watering the crops. This process of watering the crops is known as irrigation. It can be done with the system sprinkler system, and this is the sprinkler system, and the benefit of the sprinkler system is that we can save our water with the help of some sprinklers and the plants get proper water and it can water large amount of area. It can take large area, so watering the plant is easy by this process. This is the process of drip system. Drip system is used for irrigation where water is present but in very less quantity, as in Rajasthan. So it is used to drip water only to the roots of the plant. So watering the plant on the in the root only is called as drip system. Next process is weeding process. After irrigation, we use weeding process. In this process, some plants like unwanted plants that naturally grow along with the crops and they are not necessary to grow there because our crop will compete with this unwanted plant for the nutrients, water and also for the light. So this is not necessary to grow along with the our plants, so we need to cut them and we need to root out, and these are known as weeds, and this process is called weeding process. So students, next process is harvesting. Harvesting is what? Harvesting is very important and last process. When our crop ripens, then we need to cut them, and this process is known as harvesting process. And harvesting process can be done with the help of harvester, or it can be done with the help of sickle, by with the help of sickle, but it is very difficult to harvest a large area, so that's why nowadays we are using machines like this is known as harvester. And after harvesting our crop, what we need to do? we need to store them. So these are some traditional methods, conventional methods to store our grains. These are made of some organic material, and in this grains are stored. And also there are some granaries in which we can store our grains or crops. Next one is warehouses also are there. They are really very helpful for us, so that no other harm would be happen to our grains. So these are storage for especially our grains. Next one is our content book, and in this we will read it and come to know the points as we have discussed earlier. So, all living organisms require food. Plants can make their food themselves, so they are known as, tell me, yes, they are known as autotrophs. Animals and humans cannot make their own food. We get our food from plants or animals or both. So, we are heterotrophs. Yes, very nice. When plants of the same kind are grown and cultivated at one place on a large scale, it is called a crop. For example, a crop of wheat means that all the plants grown in a field are that of wheat. Crops are of different types like cereals, pulses, vegetables and fruits. So now we will discuss about the stages in cultivating crops. Crops are cultivated in several stages. Now you are very familiar with this term plowing, है ना? So plowing or tilling. This soil is loosened and turned with the help of a plow, tool or machine. Plowing allows the seed to get air needed to germinate and the roots to penetrate deep into the soil. Next process is what? Second one is sowing. Seeds are planted in the soil either by hand, by traditional machines like funnels, or by modern seed drills. I showed you both funnels and seed drills now. Next one is manuring. Continuous growing of crops makes the soil poorer in certain nutrients. Manure has to be added to the field to replenish the soil with the nutrients. Yes, we have to add manure to replenish the soil with nutrients, because we grow plants in the field again and again, and this plants gets nutrients from the soil. So this soil is what? This soil is having very less in nutrients. So that's why we need to add some kind of manure. It can be organic and inorganic according to the soil and according to our crop. Next one is irrigation. This means watering the crops. The time and how often the field need to be irrigated depend upon the type of crop. Yes. How much water should we give to our crop depends on the crop, soil and season. The sources of irrigation are wells, tube wells, ponds, lakes, rivers, dams and canals. So we take help from these sources of irrigation to irrigate our crop. Fifth process is weeding. As we have discussed, weeding is what? Tell me. Weeding is removal of unwanted plants, है ना? Weeds are unwanted plants that naturally grow along with the crop. It is necessary to remove weeds because they compete with the crops for water, nutrients, space and light. Weeding can be done manually using tools or by spraying certain chemicals on the field. If we talk about large scale, it is not easy to do weeding in the large area. So we use spray of chemicals. Okay, so we need to spray some chemicals on the plants and we can get rid of these type of weeds. Next one is and last one is harvesting. Crops are cut when they are mature. The method of harvesting depends upon the type of crop. It can be done manually using tools or by using machines. As I showed you about harvester. So harvester is the important for the harvesting purpose, and it is very easy to harvest our crop, and it takes very less time comparatively to the manually process. So this time we can do our worksheet. This is our worksheet S1, and as you know we have discussed about the stages of cultivating crops. So now we can do this worksheet by their own, है ना? Now this one is what? Over in this picture, can you see something? Yes, this is what? This is plow, and these are bulls. These bulls are plowing this field. So this process is what? Stage 1 is plowing. Over here you can write down, okay? This is plowing process. And this one, in this process, what is to be done? This is sowing process. Seeds are scattering in the soil. So you can write down here sowing. And the next one is see, in this picture this man is carrying 2 buckets of water, and this process of watering the crop is known as irrigation. So this is the third one, and after this third one, this is the fourth process. This is the process of weeding. Unwanted plants are removed from the crop. This is the weeding process. And the last one process is the very important process, that is harvesting process, in which we can harvest our crop and when it get matured. So now the second one question you can do, and the third question we will discuss about. How are the processes of plowing, sowing and weeding different for crops grown in mud pots and for crops grown in field? So students, as you know about the mud pots and field, there is a important difference between them, is that mud pot is very small scale, and if we talk about the field, it is done in a very large scale. So we use machine for plowing, sowing and weeding purpose. Weeding purpose we will use spray, है ना? And if we talk about mud pots, then there is no need to spray. We can do it manually, and in the sowing process it can be done with hand, and plowing also can be done with the sickle and machine or any tool, not machine, only by the tool. So dear, this is your answer keys for the worksheet S1. As you see over here that these are the processes like plowing, sowing, irrigation, weeding and harvesting, as I told you, है ना? In this picture it is very clear, you can numbering over here. So the third one is, if we talk about the crop grown in mud pots, we use small tools to plow soil in mud pots, है ना? And but we use tractors to plow big fields. Yes, very important thing. We need tractors because we cannot do it. It will be very difficult for us to do with our hand. Next one is, we sow seeds with hand in mud pots. Yes, we can do it, but we cannot do in a large scale or on a large area. So we sow them with machines in big fields like seed drills. Remember, है ना? We used seed drills to sow our seed in a large area. The next one is, we weed the mud pot with small tools, but we weed big fields by spraying chemicals. So chemicals are very necessary for us, because if we do it manually, then it will take a long time and it will be difficult for us and who is growing the crop. Okay beta? So these questions and answers are clear to you. Thanks for watching, and in the next session, part 2, we will discuss about the types of crops, Rabi and Kharif crop. Till then, bye bye. Stay safe, stay home.